Grange Golf Centre, home of expressgolf.co.uk. My name is Jordan Gibson, and today we're going to be reviewing the latest Ping G20 products. We have a new driver, fairway wood, hybrid, set of irons, and also brought along the new Ping Answer wedge and also the putter. So, Ping G20, what's different? Really, looking at it as a product, it sits very much like the G15. It's not really a revolution, it's more of an evolution of the G15 product, which is sold fantastically well. What they've managed to do is they've made the G20 driver out of a slightly less dense titanium, which has made it lighter. Then they've been able to use the same technology as they used in K15, moving the weight from the heel of the golf club to create a draw bias head. The G20 product, they've pushed the weight further back in the head, which takes a lot of spin off the ball, and it also increases the launch angle, which everyone's trying to do nowadays with a modern golf ball, therefore increasing overall carry. They've also put a new Ping TFC 169 shaft in it, which has been designed by Aldila specifically to go into this head. You can buy it in a tour version shaft as well, which is a higher kick point to keep the ball flight down. It'll be available around about 2 to 3 weeks time, so mid-September, I'd say 2011, and the price will be £195. So next product we'll look at is the fairway wood. I think again, big difference with that compared to the G15 has been a much shallower club face. Again, so off a fairway it just sits a bit better off a fairway, off a tight lie, get it up in the air, launch it up in the air a bit quicker. Really good looking club, it sits well, it's not sat closed or anything when you put it down at address. So yeah, good looking product. Next we will move on to the hybrid, which I'm sure many of you know if you've got a G15 hybrid or you've seen it in a shop. It sits incredibly upright. What I like about this is they've used the same, slightly changed the header fraction, made it slightly shallower, but they've flattened the lie so it sits far better at address. And you can see this going really well as a combination of people buying sort of 5 to pitching wedge, 5 to sand wedge, and putting this in as a 3 and a 4 iron replacement. I think that's one of the best products they've brought out in the range, to be honest. Again, this has got the new TFC 169 shaft. Onto the irons. So G20. Big difference with this is that they've moved on from the G15 insofar as technology's changed slightly with this club. They've made the face of the golf club slightly thinner, so the ball transfers off the club face with more energy and you get better ball speeds off the head. Again, reducing spin, increasing distance. Also move the weight slightly lower down in the head to increase the launch angle. And having hit that already, very, very easy to hit. Launches straight up in the air with very little spin. Main thing for me is the ball speeds off the face compared to G15. Sits really well at address. So yeah, it's going to be a good selling product. That I think they'll retail around about the 450 mark, 460. But just check the prices on expressgolf.co.uk. We'll keep up to date with it. Next, very quickly, we'll move on to the Ping Answer wedge. This is the first forged wedge that Ping have ever produced. Straight away, the first thing that drew my eye to this was a new shaft that Dynamic Gold have created called a spinner shaft. What they're saying is that this will increase your spin revolutions in the flight by an extra 600 revolutions. So the shaft is called a DG spinner, Dynamic Gold spinner. I think we'll start to see this more with other brands, but it's certainly the first time I've seen it this morning. So the shaft's going to create more spin, forged head, so much more feel, Sits fantastic, like any, you know, Vokey or Callaway has done in the past. Really good looking wedge. It's pricey, it's around about £120 it's going to retail at. Again, check the prices on expressgolf.co.uk. And finally, we'll introduce you to this, the new Ping Answer putter. So, Ping Answer putter is the first forged headed putter they've designed. Sits fantastic, where Ping have been, you know, fantastic over the years, producing great putters. I know Scotty Cameron have pinched a lot of the market nowadays with Titleist, but I think this really puts Ping back on the map for your better, you know, single figure scratch golfer. It'll retail at £200. Sits fantastic. There's 5-6 different models I've seen so far today, and they all sit great. This is very much like a traditional Scottsdale answer, no sidelines in it. So that's everything. As I said before, check the prices on expressgolf.co.uk. Give us a call in the store. You can speak to myself, Jordan, or Paul, and we'll look after you. We'll run through the everything you need to know about the Ping product, and we can take all measurements over the phone. We need your height, we need your wrist to floor measurements. We can work out all the lie angles, shafts, so great fitting service, all done over the phone, and we can deliver it straight to you. Thanks very much for your time.